everybody, welcome back to Prissy Beauty. I know I've been MIA again, but this is not an excuse anymore. It's just that it's been very hard to get here to film videos. But today I want to do something a little bit different. I don't do a lot of tags on my channel. But today I decided to do a tag that's been going around for a little while. I didn't get tagged by anybody, not that popular, but I decided to do the tag anyway, and it's the TMI, too much information tag. So I'm just gonna jump right in. I'm not sure how many questions there are, so I'm just gonna just jump right in. So the first question is, what are you wearing? So obviously I'm home today. I'm filming on a Saturday, so the top part of this me here is, I have this like berry blazer almost, and it's like a long sleeve t-shirt, some necklace, and some nice dangling earrings, but I'm actually wearing sweatpants, flip-flops, socks, you know, on the bottom part. Totally like casual. It's really just for the video. Question number 2, have I ever been in love? And the answer is yes. I am in love with my husband. I've been married for 6 years, and he is the love of my life. Number 3, have you ever had a terrible breakup? No, I've had breakups, but they weren't terrible. You know, nothing too dramatic, really. How tall are you? I am 1.69 meters. That's how I can really tell. I think that's about 5'6". How much do you weigh? Don't know, don't care. Well, I do care, but I'm in denial right now, so I'm not sharing with you today. Any tattoos? Yes, I have 2. I have a seahorse on my hip on the left side, and I have a tiny snowflake that I did on my ankle with a friend of mine. Actually, she got one on her back and I got one on my foot, and this is our matching tattoo in a way. They're not exactly the same, but it's the same theme. Any piercings? Yes, a lot. You know, aside from the 2 that I have in my ears, I have a nose piercing. Number 8, OTP. I've been trying to figure out what the hell this is. One true pairing, perhaps? Don't know. So I'm not going to answer because I'm going to sound stupid. Favorite show? I like very cheesy shows. Currently, I watch stuff like Pretty Little Liars, believe it or not. And a little later, you'll find out how old I am. So it's very embarrassing to admit that I watch that. Some older shows, I really always loved Sex and the City. I've watched every single episode multiple times. Another show that I've been watching recently is Beauty and the Beast. That's on CW. So I don't watch anything too serious on TV because I really don't like TV that much. But those are some of the things I've been watching these days. Favorite bands? I have a few favorite bands, but everything that comes to mind for me is Brazilian music. So I'll mention Ana Carolina as a singer, not really a band. But, you know, there are some, I like Dave Matthews, I think. It's one of some of the bands I like. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of one specific band. So those favorite things questions for me are very hard to answer because I don't really have favorite anything. And this tag is actually full of favorite questions. Next is what's your favorite brand? I like, you know, clothing. I've been trying to get into the, you know, more like getting nice brand clothes, but I don't really care too much. Anything that looks good and it fits well, I'm for it. For bags and things like that, obviously, you know, I like Coach, I like Michael Kors, I like certain brands like that. I don't know that I can dish out that much money for like a Louis Vuitton. I would love to, but I don't know that I'm ever gonna allow myself to dish out that kind of money for purses and things like that. And actually, Tory Burch is a brand that I'm really into these days. I wanted to get more things from that brand. Something you miss? I miss having my family closer to me, and I miss Brazilian food, big time. Favorite song? This goes again with Brazilian music. Pretty boring for those of you who are not Brazilians. I love the song called Garganta, which is throat in Portuguese, by Ana Carolina, which is my favorite singer. How old are you? Yes, I am 3.0. Your zodiac sign? I'm Sagittarius, and I think I have a lot of the traits of a Sagittarius, for sure, and I actually love that. I'm all about these kinds of things. Quality you look for in a partner? Well, sense of humor, first of all. I think I have a pretty good sense of humor, and I can appreciate people with sense of humor. They don't take themselves too seriously. even though I do that to myself sometimes. Caring and patient. Favorite quote. I don't have a favorite quote, but recently I quoted someone. It's a writer. Her last name is Santiago, Emeralda Santiago, I think it's her name. And I don't remember the quote exactly, but it's something along the way like, if you really know what you want, go after and leave no stones unturned until you get what you want. So basically, don't give up until you get what you wanted in the first place. So, quotes along those lines are very powerful for me. Favorite actor, again, I'm going to skip that because I don't know. There's so many good actors out there. International actors, American actors. I don't have a favorite actor, to be quite honest. Favorite color. I do have a favorite color. Actually, emerald green has been one of my favorite colors recently. I think it looks pretty good with my skin color, my hair being so dark. I really love that. And then black because, loud music or soft music. I will say depends on the mood I'm in. For the most part, I would say soft music. I really love to chill and listen to nice melody and nothing too crazy. Nobody yelling in my ears. I'm not a big fan of that. Where do you go when you're sad? I go to sleep. Most of the time, I go to sleep. So I would say my bed. If I'm really upset, a lot of people sometimes when they're upset or they're sad, that interferes in their sleep. And for me, it's really not like that at all. If I'm upset or very, very sad, I usually cry. And then after that, I get very tired. So I go to sleep. How long does it take you to shower? Well, if I'm washing my hair and all that whole 9 yards, maybe 20, 25 minutes. If I'm not washing my hair, I'm a very quick shower person. So like 10 minutes tops for me. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? I would say about a half hour, and that considering that I'm not showering in the morning. I usually shower the night before. Have you ever been in a physical fight? No. I did practice martial arts, so I was always fighting, but it was recreational fight. So I've never been really, well, maybe I should take that back. My sister and I used to physically fight a lot, and she used to kick my ass even though she's much smaller than me. So I guess that would consider my physical fights. And I would always, I don't know, she would always kick me big time, like kick my ass big time. Turn on, if we're talking physically, I'm thinking something that turns me on. A very smart person, like, a nice conversation is a turn on for me. Nice hands, usually my husband actually has very nice hands and I love his hands. I say that to him all the time. Turn off, I think bed smell. Like if I smell body odor on you or bed breath or any of that stuff, and bed teeth is also something for me that's a turn off. The reason I joined YouTube, well, I started looking for, makeup tutorials and videos on how to do things and reviews of products. And I started noticing that more and more people were getting into this and doing their own videos. And I said, you know what, why can't I do that and start my own, and it's not, I don't have a really big channel today yet. But who knows, maybe one day we'll get nice and big, and then I appreciate all the people that actually watch me and leave me comments and like my videos. That's very encouraging. But I think it was more like the approach of, I'm watching people doing things, I'm doing them to myself, why can I not do the same, And I already had a personal blog at the time, and I'm like, I like the whole social media thing. So I was into it, and I love beauty products of all kinds, and so I decided to join YouTube for that reason. Fears. I am very, very much afraid of getting robbed or someone getting into my house. This has been something I've always been afraid of, and I don't know if it's because I grew up in a place which is fairly violent for the most part, and then living where I live today is fine, but I'm always afraid of someone breaking into my house. That's one of the things that I don't know, but I still think to this day, like I'm always sometimes concerned about things like that. Last thing that made me cry, actually it was yesterday. I was leaving my job. It was my last day of my job, and I had to go around and say bye to everybody, and I got emotional at one point, so I was crying for that reason. Last time you said you loved someone, well, it's probably either this morning or last night, and I probably told my husband that I loved him. Meaning behind your YouTube name. My YouTube name is, my actual name, it's Priest Empires, and that's my first name, part of my middle name, and then my last name. But that's not really my channel name. My channel name is Prissy Beauty, and Prissy because my name is Priscilla, and some people call me Pris, sometimes some people call me Priscilla, and then some people actually call me Prissy at one point, even though I know it's not necessarily a good word depending on how you look at it. But, and then I just, you know, it was a beauty channel, Prissy Beauty, I figured that's why. Last book you read. Garden Spells. That's the book that comes to mind. Very nice book. I'll put the author and the details below. But I do like anything related to magic and things like that you can't really explain. So this Garden Spells was a very nice, very easy to read book. And that was the last one I read. The book you're currently reading, I'm actually not in the middle of any book right now. I've been reading a lot of magazines lately, but I'm not reading any book at the moment. At least nothing fun for that matter. Last show you watched, The Voice was playing on TV right before I came to film this video. Last person you talked to, again, my husband, is just the two of us in the house, so he was the last person I talked to. Favorite food? I would say chocolate, rice and beans, cheese. Last place you were, meaning, I actually went to the hair salon today. I got my hair cut and deep conditioned and stuff like that. It's a very generic question anyway. Do you have a crush? No, I don't have crushes. I'm not into developing those things. I think they're silly. Last time you kissed someone, I think my husband's gonna be all over this tag, and it was my husband. Favorite flavor of sweet? I'd say chocolate. What instruments do you play? Well, I play a little bit of guitar, but I'm not good at it. That's the only thing I know at least how to play a little bit. Favorite piece of jewelry? It's actually a ring that I have. I don't have it with me today, but it's a ring my husband got me at an antique store, and it's like a mother pearl in the middle and then marcasite around, and it's a beautiful ring, and I really love it. That's definitely my favorite piece of jewelry. Last sport you played? Seriously played, it was probably jiu-jitsu. I was a brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. That was the last thing I did seriously. Last song you sang? Because I'm happy. I think that song's been in my head for a long time. Favorite chat upline? Don't know what that means. Last time you hung out with someone, Thursday I had a happy hour at work for my last day, or my departure from the company I used to work for. So that was a nice thing that I did there. And then the last question is really who should answer this tag. Whoever feels like they should answer this tag and be silly and share a little bit more about themselves. So that's pretty much it. It's a little long because there are there's a lot of questions. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a little different from all the things that I usually do on my channel. Let me know what you think, and let me know even what you'd like to see in this channel too. I would love your feedback. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.